Oh, hi there, prominent Democratic governor whose presidential hopes are going up like a hydrogen car in a minefield. Oh, what's that? Your state's on fire? Losing the culture war? Overton windows shifting harder to the right than a one-legged skater in a centrifuge? Simple. Hire two 12-year-olds to tweet spine-snapping cringe from dawn to dusk on your behalf, thereby turning the conversation from the fact that California is currently a giant open-air Battlefield 6 map. But California being a few flying cars and a Rutger Hauer monologue away from being a Blade Runner dystopia is not news. What is news is who's been authoring this Autismo concerto. Gentlemen, cling fast to your sides and clutch your oxygen masks. We are going in dry. Sure, it's hilarious. Sure, it's been 7 hours since the reveal and I'm still leaking piss from laughing, but patch up your ruptured sides, gather about the retard roundtable, and attempt in vain to deny the primacy of physiognomy for a beat, because who indeed couldn't have swung a dead cat in California and hit a danger-haired hag and a mo in a bow tie whose film credits include second twink from the left in Poor Little White Boy 17. First up, Camille Zapata, named after not one but two commie revolutionaries, presumably because Rosio Stalin was already taken, serving as digital director for the entire state of California. A state, I'd hasten to remind you, is a mere 70+ billion in the hole. Under such Bolshevik belt tightening, who wouldn't want to pay hipsterella over here to write crappy clones of Trump tweets with none of the wit, half the engagement, and shittier hair? Thank you for your attention in this matter, Daria. But the one who's taken more crap than the head of his own dick right now is the whiplash wit of out-of-work Bill Nye lighting stand-in, Izzy Garden. No, I am not making that name up, though he certainly is. When he isn't sucking 50 furlongs of phallus, he's the latest example in an entire genre of ersatz e-comedians who get paid to repeat Reddit jokes from 10 years back, invariably outstripped for comedic talent by the average Laffy Taffy rapper. Look, I eat, drink, breathe, and sleep snark, people, but even I have never once confused it with a personality, Pee-wee. What blinding hilarity are they paying this preemie to tweet? Oh, just 24-karat gold, like an AI Uno reverse of the painting of Trump being prayed over by Hulk Hogan. And let us not forget the photoshopped picture of Stephen Miller as a gargoyle. Photoshopping political rivals' faces on unflattering objects, really? What year is it, 2003? Would you give your Twitter credentials to your gammy, Captain Prolapse? Look, it's called social media. So here's a tip, Gav. Gav! Next time you hire someone to socialize with the public for a living, maybe make sure they've left their house in the last decade, because Count Twinkula over here doesn't even look like he can go to his own mailbox without a Walgreens worth of Ativan in his veins. My man's LinkedIn profile unironically lists his stint as Stugo president in high school as actual employment. What, did Hot Dog on a Stick refuse a reference? Shit, Newsom. This kid's so young, Kevin Spacey's not even interested. And you can see this cynical strategy from the surface of the moon. Can't win arguments, can't debate, can't engage with a culture that's moving out from under your Italian leather penny loafers? Easy. Pay younger people to help you pretend to have driven a car or gone to a damn grocery store in a century, giving sanction to sub-40 IQs inclined to vote for any damn thing with a D next to its name to delude themselves into rolling the dice on your fake hair having authoritarian ass. But the ugliest wrinkle, one of the few Newsom hasn't hired a surgeon to buff out, is that the DNC's court jesters are launching this harangue against Trump at a time when California's federal disaster funding is thoroughly imperiled. The price tag? $40 billion, and apparently a convincing set of fake teeth is $41 billion. The implication is about as subtle as Chris Christie in a Speedo. With his presidential hopes going up like his hair under a heat lamp, Gavin Newsom's purposely gambling the relief aid of his own state citizens to score scummy political points against the perceived rival who, oh hey, by the way, also happens to be cutting California's federal relief checks. Granted, it's impossible to gamble away the future of a state that doesn't actually have have one, but I'm sure the 7 remaining California residents who haven't already reserved a U-Haul are downright cantankerous at the prospect. But this is the Dems in a nutshell. Dying in a ditch? Put a Band-Aid on the bullet wound. Someone else will take care of it. And so here we sit in 2025, Democrats having cheated on a historic scale in 2024 and still lost. And while Fagaloon Fuentes and the Pooper Posse pretend Newsom's cringy clone attempt is based, those of us with hobbies that don't involve a secret handshake in an airport bathroom stall have to actually live in the real world, where Gavin Newsom's polling like pussy cancer, and he hired a hag and a fag to provide him with a personality. Dems have gone from Pokemon go to the polls to Pokemon sit on the polls. I'm Razor Fist. Godspeed!
Head fake, razzle dazzle.